we'll open the press conference with opening comments from Coach Sampson and then take questions for the players. Please raise your hand and we'll get you a mic, and remember to say your name and affiliation.
I thought the first half, Auburn played up on their toes. They were getting downhill. Broom was ducking us in. The way we play was obviously not very evident in the first half. I thought we were playing hard, but I didn't think we were competing. And there's a big difference in playing hard versus competing. But at halftime, you know, we made a couple adjustments. I don't think anything major. I think the biggest adjustment was in our attitude. You know, sometimes that's the most important thing. But I knew if we could. I was almost glad that it was Auburn's ball first, because I thought we needed to set the tone with a stop, and then just play the way we've played all year. You know, I mean, we have a good team, and we're used to playing on the road, and this felt like a road game. In our kids' second half, you saw what how we've played. Marcus and Jamal at the point of attack was much better. But I thought our big guys, J1 Roberts, Jarris Walker, Reggie, JVA, especially Jarris and J1, their activity, you know, Bruce likes to run that baseline flex. Instead of fighting over the screens, we started switching it. That helped. Instead of running our offense, set plays, we spaced the floor. And the other thing was composure and poise. Nobody did anything tonight that we haven't seen. You know, this isn't Tremon's team; it's Marcus's team. You know, but Marcus doesn't practice. You know, we play a certain way when Tremon's in there. So when Marcus went out and Jamal went out, we knew exactly what we were going to do, and Tremon was ready for it because he's a really good player. And Tremon is probably our best ISO player. You know, Marcus is better playing off Jamal. Jamal's better playing off ball screens. They all have their weaknesses, but as far as just ISO, we stopped a couple of times. I think it was Jarris or J1 ran to set a ball screen for Tremont, and I instructed them to stay flat. So we just went 1-4 flat because that's right in Tremont's wheelhouse. He's a really good one-on-one player. And he's an excellent free throw shooter. So making our free throws, the second half, knowing how we wanted to play, no panic or composure. And then our toughness on defense. You know, we held that team to 4 for 24, is that right? Second half. 4 for 24, I think, something like that. Was what we're capable of. I mean, we are a good defensive team. You didn't see it in the first half, but you did the second half.
Questions for players? I'm going to start right here on the second row, far right.
Pat 40 from Sports Illustrated. Tremont, if you could just kind of tell us what your mindset was when Marcus and Jamal were out there and you were just taking them ISO, and then Marcus, I'd kind of like your interpretation watching him on the bench, from the bench, watching him take over.
I just realized that I could get anything I wanted in those ISOs, so I just continued to go, and Coach trusted me in them, so I just continued to go at them, and I got what I wanted, got to the free throw line, got to my mid-range. I just got what I wanted.
My reaction, you know, I see that all the time. I've been seeing that since the summer, so I wasn't really surprised at it. And he knew what time it was when me and Jamal went down. So my reaction was really just, it's time for him to go, and he did what he had to do.
Front row.
James Mueller, the Cougar. Marcus, you looked like your typical self out there, just how you were feeling going into the game, and just sort of the early threes. How big was that to get you going?
It was, you know, real big, just to get my confidence going. You know, I ain't been really going live in practice, so just to get that that game feeling, real early. It was good, and I feel like it helped me throughout the game. So it was good to hit my first couple shots.
Second row right here.
Marcus, Brian Smith, Houston Chronicle. What was halftime like, and what, if anything, did Kelvin or Kellen or the coaches say to you guys to get that attitude adjustment that you clearly showed in that second half?
We all just hold each other accountable, in this program. That's something we hang our hat on. So it wasn't no yelling or anything like that. We just came in, told us to fix our attitude, and, this win to go home. It's me, Reggie, and maybe Walt, well, for sure Walt. Last year is here, so we didn't want to go home. We wanted this season to go on as long as possible. So, we went out there, changed our attitude, and came out with the win.
Any more questions for the players? Front row.
Yeah, for all of y'all, you knew it was going to be a heavy Auburn crowd, but there at the end, your crowd, the Houston fans break out to a Sweet 16 chant. Just what that moment's like, you're in Auburn's own territory, but your crowd comes through in the end.
It's a great feeling, being out in front of all our fans, all the Auburn fans, knowing that most of the stadiums cheering for Auburn, and just knowing that we can come out with the dub, pull that victory out in a hostile environment. It's great for us, and I'm proud of us. I'm proud of the team, and proud of our fans.
Me, I just think we're, comfortable on road environments. So I feel like we just play with an extra chip on our shoulder. So and then our fans, I couldn't thank them enough. They travel here, and they was big for us.
This question is for either one of you guys. Did it feel like Auburn was pressing there when they started to miss all those free throws? What was the feeling like on the court when that was happening?
When they was missing all them free throws, it was just, we were happy they kept missing them. So we kept coming down scoring, and I don't like how we kept fouling them, but they were missing the free throws. So it was just good. It was good for us because we were making ours and they were missing theirs.
One more question for the players. Okay, gentlemen, you're dismissed. The Houston locker room is open. We'll start right here.
Alex Scarborough with ESPN. Coach, I know you said that there weren't a ton of halftime adjustments, but what was your message to the team being down like you guys were?
Well, right above the three-point line, every day we tape a line down. So our pickup point, we try to, our defense is condensed. You don't ever see us press. You don't ever see us pick up at half court. So our pickup point is probably a little bit higher than the three-point line. But underneath that, we try to use pressure as a disruption. And I thought that, I don't know what we were doing the first half. We were helping them more than they were helping ourselves. The Jasper kid, was that him? No, who was that made the 2 threes the first half? Donaldson kid. We don't give up those shots. Those are shots that you just don't get against our defense. And they didn't get them the second half. We were up on them. Sometimes it's not always about fussing and cussing, hollering and yelling. I didn't holler or yell. I just said, if we will play our defense, we'll get back in this game. And so the biggest thing was Shed. I thought Shed was out there BSing first half. I thought Marcus's leg was, or his groin was bothering him laterally. And I said, you either going to play or not play. You can't play. If you're going to be out there, you're going to have to guard. So I think both of them were more interested in their injuries than they were competing. So once we got up and played our defense, we're a good defensive team. Look what we did. You can look at their free throw percentage all you want, but look at their field goal percentage. You know, that's what changed the game around. We started getting stops way before they started missing free throws.
Second row.
Brian Smith, Houston Chronicle. That period of time where Sasser and Shedd are both on the bench with 4 fouls apiece, and you kept them on there for a while, but the rest of your team stepped up, Mark specifically. But it seems like everything that you guys build, that you work for, all season was kind of represented in that moment where you're able to keep that lead on the road like this with your 2 best players in many ways remaining on the bench.
Yeah. You know, we define our culture the way we define it. You know, people can jeer it or make fun of it all you want. We don't care. You know, we are who we are. You know, these are the moments that define programs. You know, you got to step up in these moments. I think I was most disappointed in our competitiveness the first half. We were way better. I mean, that first half was ridiculous. And that's taking nothing from Auburn. You know, they played great, but I don't think it took a whole lot to play great against the defense we were playing. Now, the second half, we made it hard for him to score. Broom kid's a big kid, but and he's pretty good at splitting double teams. But our monsters, our post doubles were much better. How we scrambled out of it was much better. And then once we get going, you know, our defense is always the key for us. You know, whether we're at Oregon or at Virginia or here, wherever we played, at Memphis. You know, we've always been good on the road, and it's because of our defense and our unity, our togetherness. Our kids do a great job of playing for each other.
Any more questions? Okay, Coach, thanks.